like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, y'all, I'm back with some new content. This video features Velvet. She's sitting in the dark and crying. Guys, please be sure to drop me a comment, smash the heck out of that like button, and share this video. Now let's get into this.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing tonight? Or this rising, should I say? Hey, hey Virgo. I'm being called to show up right now, and I'm trying everything to avoid it, but I can't. Hey Ethereal. I guess I'll just share some of my thoughts, just in case, anybody share the same thoughts. There is a shift that's going on right now, consciously, over the world, and society does not promote us to be aware of these shifts that happen consciously. I mean, I don't know how much you guys know when it comes to hidden information about how life works or how the world.
Well, one thing I do know, you're 26 years old. Therefore, you don't know all that you need to know about life. So please miss me all the way with that.
Or how the world, hides certain information from us. I don't know how much you guys know that's in the live right now, but if you're interested, this is something you'd be interested to stick around for. And those who disagree and may think that it's conspiracy theories and I'm a bit delusional or crazy, then you can just exit the live. Or I'll help you exit the live, rather. This is not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. But there are different cycles each and every one of us go through. And I know that because of my own experiences and watching other people in their lives go through their experiences. And the number one thing that I've noticed amongst the collective is that we misjudge each.
Y'all, I'm going to bet y'all $10 that this live is all about her. I bet you. Let's listen.
We misjudge each other based off of our own perceptions of what a person might be going through in their journeys. And this is by far the most disheartening thing to be aware of in today's society, and having the awareness that I do, because we don't really, we hear our community always talk about how our foremothers and forefathers been through this and been through that and endured this pain and endured that pain. and endured mental slavery and physical slavery and spiritual slavery and all of these different things. But how are we going to talk about that aspect and hold that to a regard if we are misjudging each other through the unraveling of what our foremothers and forefathers been through? And this is so crazy for me to talk about because tears are literally rolling from my eyes, and I'm not even like technically crying, but
she's saying she crying and sitting in the dark and can't nobody see the tears falling from her eyes. But anyways, I believe if she is crying, she's probably crying because she's seen Solar's live where he told everybody that she eat pork. Yes, he did. It's on my channel. If you missed it, you need to go watch it. He showed a video of her eating pork. And he also said that she don't want to be in the relationship because she just want to be a hoe. So I'm sure that may have something to do with this live. Let's listen, guys.
Like technically crying, but tears are literally dropping from my eyes right now. That's how I know it's something that needs to be talked about, because our community always wants to talk about how we need to heal and how we need to be held accountable for the decisions that we make and the actions that we take and all of these different things. But no one's talking about the misjudgment. No one's talking about the misjudgment that happens amongst our people by our own people. No one talks about the hate and the negativity that we throw on each other by our own people.
Y'all, I think she's talking about that time when her and Solar were together and she was talking so much trash about Janae, degrading her and disrespecting her. And now look at her. She's single and pregnant by Solar, and he called her a hoe. I promise you he called her a hoe. Go check out his upload on my channel. And he also busted her out about eating pork, that she ate pork, okay?
By our own people. There are only a handful of us who really allow grace in each other's lives to unravel. And each bloodline, each individual that's in this chat right now has a bloodline that you are connected to that faces its own challenges, and it won't ever look the same compared to someone else's challenges from their bloodline. So misjudging each other and ridiculing each other and throwing opinions to tear down the consciousness and the healing process of one another is the last thing that we need to be doing to each other, because our community by far is the most broken and dismantled.
So Velvet, since you say that, the last thing that we need to be doing is, as a community, is tearing down each other. Are you going to be apologizing to Janae for all of what you did to her? Asking for a friend.
And dismantled group of people on the planet. Yet we are the strongest. Yet we are the most fierce and the most brave and the most conscious. But we face a different timeline. We face a different type of challenge. And I'm also talking about this because I just so happen to have been publicly displayed on social media. A lot of people think that...
Okay, here we go. She about to go into the victim and the bullying and all that other stuff. Y'all know the regular scheduled program with Velvet.
A lot of people think that me being on social media was a choice, but it actually just happened. And I had to, step into my calling and my purpose in life and realize certain things on my own journey. And because that has happened to me, there is a lot of negativity, misjudgment, hate, and criticism that comes my way because people watch me go through my healing journey. People watch my life. And
That's definitely correct, Velvet. People do watch your life because you've chosen to make it public. Also, we listen to what you say versus what you do.
and it's all people of my own color, people of my own demographic that misjudge me and, ridicule me for the things that are so necessary to my self-development, my self-growth, my spiritual evolution. And not only is that happening to me, that's happening to many of us in the chat right now. That's happening to many of us in the world right now that are of the same skin color or spiritual ethnicity. And it's not fair to each other because it's contradictory to the goal that we say that we want to have in our community or in.
Velvet, please take several seats because when you went to California and Venus Sublime was kind enough to allow you to stay with her and her mother and her 4 children, and you were online with her acting like y'all had such a great sisterhood bond and matriarch this and I shook that. But as soon as you got away from her, you immediately stabbed her in the back. You went online talking junk about her, calling her a roach, a spiritual roach. You owe her an apology too, Velvet.
Have in our community or in the world rather. And it's hurting more than helping. It's hindering more than encouraging. And I feel like this is the part of life that doesn't get talked about. I feel like the part of life that gets talked about the most is, the people who seem to not have any challenges because they're, so their challenges aren't displayed as vividly as another's. Those people whose challenge aren't displayed, they get the glory, they get the likes and the, like all of this attention, like positive attention, and everyone looks up to them and like all of these great things, right? And I'm not saying that that's necessarily wrong, but what about the people out there who face their challenges publicly and still remain strong?
Now, Velvet, ain't nobody out here that's going to congratulate or celebrate a fuck up. If you're a fuck up, ain't nobody going to be clapping for you. What you need to do is actually stabilize your children and stabilize yourself. Get some mental health counseling that is clearly that it's very much needed.
Still remain strong through it all, while also doing the necessary things that they're supposed to do to put one foot in front of the other to aid in the healing of the Black community. I just don't understand the contradictory in it. And realizing this and coming to this understanding and realizing this has humbled me so much, because when I watch other people now go through their challenges or their challenges are displayed, because I've gone through mine and mine have been publicly displayed, I have another level of compassion.
No, you don't. No, you don't, Velvet. You do not have another level of compassion. Not yet. It's not in you yet.
Compassion for people in the world. And I don't know, it's just...
Except for Janae, right, Velvet? But you're going to have to get over that because you're about to give birth to Azuli's baby brother or baby sister. So you and Janae are interconnected pretty much for the rest of y'all lives. And those children should know each other. Hopefully that can happen in a peaceful environment.
And I don't know, it's just different for me. Like, everybody who came into my life that brought to the surface the things that I needed to work on or realize or understand about life for myself, I love them from a distance. I appreciate what I did learn from the situations that I've been through, and I don't regret anything. Yes, to a degree, it has hurt via the perception that I've had about the circumstances, but ultimately it has added, everything I've been through has added a level of wisdom to me that I would never have if I wouldn't have never endured and persevered through that pain. So I just want to encourage anybody who is facing any obstacle in their journey, whether it be deliberate or you're just a standby and you're catching the flack from whatever is around you, just know that what our foremothers and forefathers endured before us, what our ancestors endured before us, we have only experienced an inkling of it. And it is our duty to stand in the midst of the pain and the suffering to reclaim our sovereignty, our dignity, and integrity as a group of people, not for the sake of our own selves, but for the sake of the collective, for the sake of our children, for the sake of the generations to come. And no matter what anyone has to say about you or misjudge you about or harshly criticize you on, just know that your journey is your journey, and you heal at the pace that you need to heal, and it's not a race, and you don't have to be in competition to heal the fastest. Or
Velvet, you need to go and see a psychiatrist. You need to. You need to unpack all of the hurt and all of the pain that you did endure publicly and privately.
To heal the fastest or to become the greatest overnight, just know that you are right where you need to be, and you shine because you are a necessary piece in your bloodline to overcome whatever it is that you are facing. And just know that even if you might feel alone or you might feel discouraged, just know that you're not alone. And you are loved by God throughout the fabric of the universe. And you are protected. And just keep listening to that inner voice that tells you to make certain decisions when you're aligned, when you're praying, when you're steadfasting. Even if it's scary, just continue to follow that voice, because that's the voice that's going to lead you into your destiny. And if you ignore it, you will just take another road that ultimately leads to the source in which you're supposed to arrive to. So just know that you are amazing. You are absolutely wonderful. You are absolutely capable. And you are honored in heavenly places other than this world. And so shout out to you who fight when no one else is fighting, who stays in the battle when everybody gives up, who continues to pour out compassion and love when no one else will.
Velvet, I only hope that you take your own advice, because there's some people that you have really burnt bridges with, disrespected, and hurt, that you should have poured more compassion and love into. And that's all I'm going to say.
When no one else will. Shout out to you. Don't let anything change that in you, because you are the true light in the world. We need more of you. Anything that you ever go through or anything you ever face in life is never against you. It's always to help build you and grow you. Never let it take away from you or tear you down. Never let it defeat you, because you are a warrior of the divine. And the world needs you. I need you. Our children need you. Just know that this battle is bigger than you. And every time you fight for what's right, is you putting in the work for yourself and other people to come after you, to live in a better world, in a better place. That's really all that I'm feeling right now, honestly. You know, I couldn't really sleep with that on my chest, because I don't know, I just feel like somebody needed that. You know, not too many of us cry publicly for the sake of humanity. You know, I just know that, you know, how my journey started out is still going that way. Like, I don't care about what no one says about my journey, because I know my purpose and I know what I've been feeling since I was a young girl is into fruition. Not only within myself, but in others as well. And I'm not here to judge anyone's walk of life or what they endure or what they don't endure. That's their business. That's their journey. I'm just here to be a contribution to society for the betterment of humanity. That's what I've always done. And that's what I will always do.
Did she just say that she is being a betterment for humanity? And what? You? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, Velvet. That's a lie. That's a lie, y'all. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
And that's what I will always do. Period. Sometimes when I talk, I don't even 100% feel like it's just solely me. Sometimes I feel like it's like our ancestors speaking through me, it's God speaking through me. Because we as humans have the ability to tap into spiritual sources that are bigger than what we could imagine in this physical existence. And when you're aligned and when you're spiritually evolving, you're able to tap into certain gifts to be able to relay divine messages to the people who need it. You're able to show up in people's lives to be a mirror for them, to be a catalyst for them to grow past what they've been stagnant, where they've been stagnant in their growth or in their journey. So I'm just grateful that I was able to even say everything that I said just now, because this is something heavy that the world faces that is not talked about at all. And I'm just grateful that God allowed me to be blessed with the thoughts and the voice to share what I just said. But yeah, that's really all I had on my mind tonight. I do appreciate the love that's in the chat right now. It's not really too much engagement, but I do appreciate everybody's presence right now.
All right, y'all. If you haven't picked up your copy of Greatness is a Habit, authored by Aaron Dixon, otherwise known as True, many of you know him as True. He is an ex-Carbonation member, and he's authored this amazing read. If you are interested in self-development and growth, this book is a good one for you. It's available on Apple Books for $1, guys. I got my copy and I love this book.
Who are tuned in, who are listening. We are the far between few. That sticks together to make sure that we just rise above all the challenges and all the obstacles, no matter what. But that's the reason why I couldn't sleep. I don't really know why y'all can't sleep. Now that I said that, now I feel like I can rest easy. Now I feel like when I close my eyes, I'll be able to actually drift off into my resting state. But before that, I couldn't at all. Like, it was so hard for me too. But there's not really any interaction in the chat. So I'll just leave you guys with that. And hopefully that settled your spirit so that you can find peace and rest. I appreciate you, the boss. Good night, Wallace. I don't really know who Sugar and Spice is. But I'm really afraid to take callers. Not even afraid, but I'm really reluctant to take callers because I don't know, man. People are just so childish. I'm just so tired of the immaturity in the world. Like, it's ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. Like, I'm 26 years old and I'm like absolutely fed up with the immaturity in the world. Like, I'm literally over it. And I don't want to necessarily allow any energy into my life or onto my platform anymore that's going to inject immaturity. Like, I'm so tired of it. Like, I'm so tired of it to the point where I'm just like, if I don't know you, I'm not going to interact with you. I'm just not, because I'm not willing to risk figuring out or finding out in any kind of way if you're mature or not. Like, I literally am over it. I'm over it. I'm just over it. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy your night. I hope you guys learned something or got something from everything I just said. I hope it served you in the best way possible. Until next time.
All right, y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video as well as my commentary. Please be sure to drop me a comment, smash that like button, and share this video. Guys, I want to give a warm welcome to all of my new subscribers. Hey, y'all. Welcome to the channel. To all of my OGs, my day ones, my ride or dies. Y'all know who y'all are, and you already know what it is. Big up yourself. We in the building with it.